What is good, my people? We are back with another video. Yes, I know it's been a minute, but I've been injured, or I've been dealing with a current injury. Or should I say, I'm healing from an injury. I have some issues with my QL. If you watch one of my vlogs, you would have seen that I damaged my QL doing a pistol squat. So I've been recovering from that and staying away from exercise as a whole. So yeah, that's probably why the video's been taking so long. But today is obviously chest and tricep day. You can see I'm starting off with some body weight dips on the good old chair / dip bars. I was actually going to just do straight body weight, and then it felt too easy. So I said, you know what, let's do some weighted dips. So I grabbed the kettlebell. As you can see, I put the 2 weight plates and just connected them to the kettlebell. Came to about 20 kilos in total, I believe, like 19, 20. Can't remember the exact number, but using my good old dip belt and going to work, man, going to work. I think we was banging out about 6 to 8 reps, which isn't bad for almost actually a little bit over a month off of like complete training. This is probably like my 2nd or 3rd session back. Obviously, I didn't record the first one because I didn't know where I was at physically, and then the other session again was just testing the limits to see. So this is actually my first recorded session since I've been back working out. But the QL, the issue with my QL, I've been ignoring it. I've been I know I've had a problem with it, and I think it's mainly down to like bad posture, the way I stand. I'm tall, so sometimes I will like lean to one side to make things easier, but definitely something I have avoided for too long. So I'm now working on strengthening it, obviously stretching, rehab, all those sort of things. So if you want me to document that journey of trying to eliminate this lower back pain or trying to cure it, then obviously let me know in the comments, and I can share the information that I found online in regards to curing your QL if you also have QL issues. So we did about 3 or 4 sets of these, obviously the body weight set, and then we just done 3 sets of the weighted. Again, we're looking for minimum about 6 reps, nothing too crazy. Again, just making sure the form is correct, making sure that we're getting the correct muscles working, all that sort of stuff. So it's a nice way to start off. I'm actually surprised I was able to do weighted dips so soon after a lengthy bit of time off. So I'm happy, and from here hopefully it's onwards and upwards, no more injuries, and hopefully 2024 is an injury-free year, because my QL, it just goes every so often, like twice a year I'll have some QL issues, and then I'll feel like I've lost momentum, and it's very annoying. So anyway, we're into some deficit push-ups. Again, just utilizing the chairs and the weights. Now make sure if you're going to do this that your weight belt or dip belt, whatever, is across like the upper lower part of your back and not on your waist, if that makes sense. So just to make sure that you're not damaging your spine and things like that, you want it on the lower part of your upper back, if that makes sense. Again, making sure that we're getting low enough to stretch the chest. This is a great thing about deficit push-ups. You can get that extra bit of stretch down the bottom, because obviously when you do normal push-ups, the floor is a limiting factor, but with these you can go deeper than usual. Now with the weights, obviously, again, that's sort of a limiting factor because it's going to touch the floor. So if I had like a weight vest or a backpack or something, then I would use that instead, because then I can lower myself even lower. But seeing that I had to use the weights, again, I was limited, but not as limited as if I was doing it on the floor. So again, we're working with 20 kilos, same as the dips, and we did about 3 sets of these weighted, and then 1 set, obviously you're going to see I did it with body weight, and that's when I could really get that stretching. But these were cool. I enjoyed these. I feel like I get a better stretch on my chest with these than normal push-ups. Sometimes I feel push-ups too much in my my front delt. Compared to these, I usually feel it in my chest. So maybe because I'm very flexible, I wouldn't necessarily feel push-ups as much as my chest, or maybe my front delt just take over in normal push-ups. But yeah, if you are struggling to feel push-ups in your chest, I would definitely recommend to try deficit push-ups. But make sure you got a good range of motion in your shoulders. You don't want to be out here injuring yourself trying to go lower than usual. And yeah, as you can see here, we just dropped the weight off and then we just banged out some reps. And now you can see I'm like really going a bit lower, getting that nice stretch on the chest. And I think it's a very effective exercise. And if you haven't tried it, I would definitely suggest that you should, you know. It's very good. And then we move on to some diamond push-ups, you know, for the triceps, I should say. Put the brick there under my feet just for a bit more elevation. So it's not particularly decline, but you know, it's just to make it a bit more challenging. And we actually banged out about 15 of these, which I was very surprised with. I mean, I wanted to get minimum 10 or 12, but 15 was a good number, to be fair. Again, making sure we're bringing that chest all the way down to the ground and then pushing all the way back up, making sure that tricep is getting all of the work. I like to get the squeeze at the top, and then sometimes I'll even hold down the bottom just for a second, just to add that bit of isometrics into the movement and try to push the blood into the working muscles, of course. We did about 3 sets of these. I'm not sure if I recorded all the sets, can't fully remember at this moment in time, but we did 3 sets. We hit 15 reps on each one, if I remember correctly, and we're just working, man. We're working, building the foundation again, bringing ourselves back, hoping that, you know, it's onwards and upwards from here, man. I need to stay injury free, to be honest. I hate being injured. I always feel like I'm losing momentum and things of that nature. So yeah, we're going to focus on making sure this lower back doesn't become a limiting factor anymore, I swear. But yeah, 3 sets of these, man, felt good. And the fun thing about diamond push-ups is if you are having wrist problems performing diamond push-ups, then you can, you know, just separate your hands a bit more. You're still going to get the same results. But yeah, if your wrists are a limiting factor, you can also chuck on wrist straps, of course. But if you ain't got wrist straps, then just move your hands further apart until it's comfortable. Again, the triceps are naturally going to take over more once you are moving your hands closer together compared to a normal push-up. And then we moved into some shoulder press with the resistance band. Now, if you look at my hips here, you can really see which one is kind of off and which one is straight. It's probably still a bit of swelling and maybe a bit of you know, a bit of a pelvic tilt at the moment. Like my pelvis is rotated just to stop the QL from causing me pain. So yeah, that just really shows it. But yeah, we done some of these shoulder press, did it with the black resistance band. It was cool. It felt a bit too easy, I'm not gonna lie, but we just made sure that we completed all the reps, taking it nice and slow, bringing it all the way down, getting that full range of motion. Guys, if you ain't got resistance bands and you work out at home, or you're traveling a lot, you're doing yourself a disservice, man. Get yourself some resistance bands. They are so versatile. Amazing piece of equipment you can have at your disposal. And then yeah, because that was a bit too easy, moving to the purple band, way more challenging. Felt great, making sure pushing all the way through, and yeah, just doing the exercise correctly, man. Again, resistance bands, so they can just be chucked in your bag, in a suitcase. They can be stored away real easy if you are, you know, if space is a limiting factor. And so yeah, get yourself some resistance bands. And that was the end of the workout, man. The chest is pumped. The chest is real pumped. Abs also got a nice little bit of work there because of all the stabilization, and then obviously the triceps as well. Hope you enjoy watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.